Otaku Anime Review. Today's review is coming here all the way from the land of the rising sun. Viewers, are you ready to rock?
Yeah!
Are you ready to rock?
Yeah!
I give it here, you please.
On with it!
Okay.
I was made to hit in America. I was made to hit in America. You understand to me forever.
14-year-old Yukio Tanaka, aka Koyuki, has just realized that his life completely sucks. He's a gutless pushover, he doesn't care about school, but he's no good at sports, and he doesn't have a job or decent friends. And then he saves Frankenstein's dog, and this ship takes off.
What am I doing? What's up with that dog? Hey, what are you doing? You kids leave him alone!
Asshole! Come on, let's go!
Actually, the dog, BECK, belongs to 16-year-old Asian-American Ryusuke, who befriends Koyuki and introduces him to the world of music. Livehouse rock, the kind that shakes the soul and numbs the eardrums.
So, I guess that's your dog?
Yeah, he's an ugly mutt, isn't he?
No, he's cute. I guess. In his own way.
Beck says thanks for saving him.
Oh, sure. Good boy. That's a nice dog, you know.
Should probably be more careful. I think he's still a little jumpy.
Koyuki becomes enamored with the guitar and decides he wants to master the instrument like Hendrix and the Greats. But Ryusuke's sister Maho discovers that Koyuki, like herself, has another hidden talent.
I was standing at the corner on the street, watching the wheels all turning free, waiting to back up on my feet. The final line between night and
Over the courses of time and circumstance, Ryusuke employs Koyuki's talent as well as those of singer-slash-screamer Chiba, bassist Taira, and drummer Saku to form what he calls the ultimate band. One of the few bands destined for greatness and perfect chemistry and performances that rock the crowd to the core. Of course, the real question is all their work draining through a pipe dream they must wake up from? Or will Koyuki and the other members of BECK Mongolian Chop Squad grow into global rock sensations after all?
4-7, back. The backbone, the kill zone is our champion, and you regret. Huh.
I can honestly say that I have never seen another anime like BECK Mongolian Chop Squad. Slice-of-life anime is common, of course, but usually it's that rosy Azumanga view of high school that resembles real life only in place and time, like a Disney sitcom. The best way to describe this show is that it's an animated independent film. Except for the patchwork-looking dog and an only slightly far-fetched mobster side plot near the show's climax, the series feels very grounded, not in picturesque reality like a lot of high school slice of life, but in the persistently disappointing ennui of real high school life, and the grid of teenage emotions, obligations, hormones, and escapades, much more like someone with a camcorder like running around on the set of that aforementioned Disney show, capturing the teen stars complaining about the previous take and catching the director scratching his bum, something like that.
I never felt it once. Love is not a word reserved, only for a sweet romance. When I'm scared to death.
This is consequently both awesome and alienating, of course. For those of us who like watching what feels like a real life through a keyhole, it's a gripping and refreshing experience, but for a lot of other people, it's probably slow and boring. The writers feed you Koyuki's life through exciting days and bland ones, and while I think the choice makes for a much more visceral human story, even for the musically uneducated, it's clearly not for everybody. It's impossible to categorize BECK, and you will either absolutely love it or fall asleep within 10 minutes. I loved it, and I still fell asleep sometimes if I tried to watch it at weird hours. On the technical side of things, the animation is a little, weird. I can't say it's bad because the stilted look is clearly intentional. I think the idea was to make this show like one of those blurred picture montages of real life and jerky motion you see in a lot of music videos now, or Evangelion's druggy moments, if you kind of remember those. Greater attention was paid to the characters' band performances than the doldrums of their daily motion, as we get to see a lot of mad finger-picking, cymbal smashing, and sweat dripping down screaming faces. Which brings me to the music. There is actually no music in this show unless someone in the show is listening to it or playing it in the show's universe, with the exception of some moments where there's like ambient noise in its place. Anyway, I'm going to cover the music and the voice work in the same breath here, because while you cannot have a show about battling bands and the power of music and have the music suck, with an English dub you have an entirely new hurdle. Even if the Japanese music is great, because the actual characters in the show's story are singing it, all of the music has to be dubbed. If they left it in Japanese, the voice disjunction would ruin the experience. Besides that, most of the songs are already in English. The music in BECK, all of it, fantastic rock, from light British classic to rap-heavy punk music, and there's oodles of it. So, after hearing the dubbed result, I'm gonna say something that I don't say too often. Okay, by my personal experiences and estimation, I would say about 60% of anime sounds much better in Japanese. 35% of anime roughly sounds equally good in either language, and there's a rare 5% or so of anime that just sounds much better in English. BECK is very firmly in that 5%, and while it is due to stellar singing and acting, certainly, most of the issue is just cultural. Of course, anime is more rewarding in Japanese if you speak Japanese, but this particular show is more rewarding in Japanese if you don't know any English at all. Because Ryusuke, Maho, and several other quote-unquote American characters speak a lot of English in show, and it really takes you out of the story trying to pretend that these guys are native speakers and singers, because, well,
He's a genius! He's gonna be a fucking great vocalist!
Hey, we're not talking about making the choir here, understand?
No, Ray, you don't understand.
I may be combated on this, as some people I think the language barrier in Japanese is infinitely more charming, but I prefer realism to the anachronistic charm, personally. The dub makes very minimal changes, but it flavors the dialogue, peppers it with the natural crassness of how teenagers really do speak, real F-bomb patois in all its glory, and tweaks the lyrics to sound like an English song, something that really would hit in America. Performance-wise, well, Greg Ayres, Brina Palencia, and Justin Cook can really belt it with the best of them, and acting is stellar throughout. Nary an awkward line or delivery in the whole package. Such an intense adaptation really can't be missed. It's the best and the most dub singing you are ever going to hear. No matter what your language is, however, BECK's concert performances, especially the pivotal final episodes at a music festival, have truly captured what it feels like to be at a concert and just lose yourself in the passion and the sound. And that's what's so important and special about BECK. The diverse cast feels very familiar, and it's always rewarding to just hear them rock. BECK Mongolian Chop Squad is available from Funimation. The original manga by Harold Sakuishi is available from Tokyo Pop.
I couldn't let myself go, even though I feel the
I always change after a show. Good to know, right? Okay. All in all, this show is incredibly unique and rewarding. It's a great coming-of-age story that rings so true and rocks out loud, but it has very limited appeal due to its sluggish pacing, dramatic modesty, and pandering to hard rock fanatics. It really brought the noise for me, even when the show was sounding slow, but it's such a hard experience to share or revisit in full that I'll give this session 3 total guitars. Out of 4. Generally speaking, if music or indie film is your thing, then by all means paste another half star on there.
Better kiss your ass goodbye.
Goodbye.